Hey guys, Grumpy here with not an episode of Fit to Fight. So this is what happened in between episodes 2 and 3. I wanted to cut this video together and show it on the channel, but not include it in the playlist because a lot of interesting things do happen, and this would have been the third episode. But because of what transpires, it kind of set our fleet back, and it would be very jarring if I just jumped into episode 3 without some kind of context. So um, a lot of the dialogue will be geared towards an episode of Fit to Fight, but again, this will not be included in the main series. But I hope you guys enjoy regardless. Anyway, on to the video. Hey guys, Grumpy here with another episode of Fit to Fight. So at the end of the previous episode, I mentioned that I wanted to secure a cruiser for the fleet, but there's two things that we need to do before we do that. The first thing is we need to grind reputation with the Persians in order to have access to the military worlds and purchase a midline cruiser direct from them. I think that's going to be the fastest and easiest way to secure a midline cruiser. And then the second thing that we need to do is ensure that the fleet is logistically sound enough to support a cruiser. I think navigation is going to be our choice. Yes. So we'll go ahead and accept navigation. And now we get the ability transverse jump, which belongs on 6. So that's what I've been doing. We're going to continue farming pirates as they show up. We also got a notification that near Zagan there's pirate activity. So once this expires, we'll head over there. So I decided to jump into the system so I can repair, and surprise, surprise, we find yet another officer aggressive with missile specialization. So we will 100% add him to the team. I don't know what this seed is, but we have yet another officer with missile specialization. So I just finished the fight. To demonstrate, I earned 3 reputation with the Persians. Now I'm trying to chase down this last kite. If I destroy this kite within the territory of Westernese, then we should get another 2 reputation with them. So they're going to try to run. Oh no, it looks like they're actually going to try to fight us. So I'll just deploy myself. And just Sabo spam should take care of this. All right. And just like that, we get another 2 reputation. So if you're able to break apart your fights over multiple engagements, then you're going to gain reputation a lot faster. Okay, so unfortunately it looks like we are going to have to get up to friendly reputation, which I believe is around 40. So we have a lot of farming to do, but there are some this is an example of what's available to us if we continue to grind that reputation. So it looks like on the black market we have access to a Phaeton and a salvage rig, as well as a Sunder. I really want the Sunder, but in order to progress our fleet, I don't think another destroyer is what we need. I think we need to focus on the logistics. So we will go ahead and buy our Phaeton here, as well as 1 salvage rig. And what the salvage rig is going to do for our fleet is, if we go over here, it provides salvage gantry, which increases the amount of rewards you get post-combat, as well as rewards that you get while exploring. We have an opportunity to take on a pretty decent bounty. So 97,000 credits is going to go a long way in the early game. Heading over towards the irradiated world, the bounty should be here. Now, we do need to be careful. This fleet can be a little dangerous. I think we do have what it takes to engage with them, but we just need to be aware that Those vanguards, the meatball looking ones, they have a lot of armor and can be distracting. So we kind of need to corral our fleet and make sure that we're fighting the right target, and that we're coordinating our attacks. So for this engagement, I will give the Shepherd and the Wayfarer to my ally, and then I will take the Vigilance for myself. And we will move up to engage. So we do have the Vanguard facing us. Little dangerous here. I was worried that those Reapers would come flying out of the Vanguard, but thankfully we had a couple of Gorgons to support us and DPS down that Vanguard. I will give the engage command. I'm a little worried because I don't know where the Falcon is, but I'm going to give the engage command and set this to group 2 and tell group 2 to go ahead and engage the mule, and we'll slowly carve through these ships over here. Once the Falcon arrives, we're going to have to pay attention to it because the Falcon can prove deadly if you don't give it the respect it deserves. Even though it's not the Reaper variant, it still can be dangerous. Okay. So we do have the Colossus here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give the Vigilance the command to go over to the Hammerhead, and I am going to blast past this group here and destroy that Colossus as quickly as possible. While we do have good frigates, at the end of the day, they are still frigates, and they don't do well with broadswords pelting them. Okay, and it looks like the Eagle is over here. That's unfortunate. In a bit of a Hail Mary, I'm going to give our frigates the eliminate command so that they lob all their missiles against the Hammerhead, and I hope the Hammerhead can survive this. I know that Vanguard has at least one Reaper. It might have two. No, it just has one Reaper, but it does have a lot of hammers. And if all those connect, then that's pretty much going to be lights out for our other Hammerhead. Now, our mission still remains. We definitely want to get this Colossus off the battlefield as quickly as possible. And then we can continue to work on these ships. It is a bit unfortunate if we do end up losing our other Hammerhead. But there's nothing really that we can do now. Now, while I would love to take the mule off the battlefield, I think there's a bit more pressing things going on right now. So instead, what we're going to do is turn our attention towards the Falcon here. We'll upgrade this to an eliminate command. Actually, that's a little rough. We'll keep it on an engage command just because I don't want the Hammerhead, while it is very fluxed up, to ignore the Vanguard and then take a Reaper and two hammers to the side. We do need to get this Falcon off the battlefield. How you guys doing? You guys have seen better days. I don't understand why you're so fluxed. But maybe you can engage the mule and take it out. We're going to take care of this Falcon, though. Pretty fair trade. We took a lot of damage there, but definitely worth it still. I want the Wayfarer just to stick by my side. Oh, we're out of command points. Which is unfortunate. I do want the Wayfarer to stay by our side. Alright, so the mule has retreated. I want you guys to come back and help me deal with this enforcer. We're gonna make that engage command. I want the Wayfarer though to stick near the hammerhead, and we'll kind of take the we'll actually I'll tell you to engage this as well. But we're gonna take this loop around so that the venture is on the other side of the enforcer. And then this should give us time to bring these ships back. Hopefully we can pinch the enforcer, destroy it, and then the only thing that will remain is the venture and then these two frigates. So cancel our momentum here. Now we don't have much in the way of kinetic damage. So we're kind of relying on our allies to provide that kinetic damage for us. Nice. And there you see the Dragonfires amped up by Wolfpack tactics as well as target analysis, really chewing through that enforcer. So finally, we're going to go ahead and switch over to full assaults. Hopefully these guys have the sense to come and attack this venture. But either way, we should be fine. Spoke way too soon. I'm gonna sneak around the back and keep the venture's attention while we wait for command points to restore. Looks like the Vanguard is finally going down. Okay, Vanguard is disabled. Go ahead and give everyone the eliminate command on the Shepherd just to bring them closer. Something that we're going to look for as soon as possible is getting something like a Locust Swarm so that instead of our ships chasing down the frigates, the Locust Swarm can handle that task. Nice. So the Shepherd is disabled. And now everyone should help dogpile the venture here. We're going to help spin it around. So, bit of a risky fight, but I think we had good tactics there, and I think shipbuilding superiority led us to victory. Only one ship remains, that being the Mule. Doesn't matter though, because we eliminated the flagship. We should get the payout for this bounty. So we'll just let them go. We will recover our ship. We'll pick through the wreckage and enjoy our spoils. So I'm really glad to see the Squall. That's very nice for us. We'll take the remainder of the weapons. Hit continue, and we do get that payout. And because it was a Persian mission, we also get +3 reputation with them. So with these skill points, I am going to take bulk transport, which is going to help alleviate some of the difficulties that we're facing logistically, as well as field repairs, so that way we spend less repairing our ships post-combat. Actually, I'm going to take salvaging and field repairs. This is a little more aggressive, but on the horizon, I do see a Colossus. So we might not need bulk transport necessarily. All right, fantastic. Okay, let's head back to civilization and repair up. Do we have any other bounties in the area that we can reach? This one is just too far away, so let's just head back. All right, see you in a second. Oh, actually, let's explore this graveyard. Hey! Hopefully this Colossus is recoverable. That would be fantastic. It might even be worth it. Let's hold on. I was gonna say if there was an atlas, then we definitely confirm it. It might even be worth it to spend a story point if that option is available to us. But hopefully this Colossus is obtainable. Sometimes they're not. Oh, yes. Yes. We will 100% recover this ship. And it even has some S mods built into it. So it has unstable injector into engine assembly. Unfortunately, that's not what you want to see on your Colossus. You really want expanded cargo holds, as well as augmented drive fields. But the ship is 100% free, so we will be recovering it. Fantastic. In order to supplement our fleet, I'm going to go ahead and scrap all of these, and I will see you back in the core world. So, I'm in the middle of a trade contract. So we got offered a payout if we deliver, I believe it was recreational drugs. Yes, recreational drugs from Zagon to Tribeca. On our way there, we came across a hedge fleet that contains an eagle. Now, if we go to the intel screen, there are currently hostilities between the hedge and the Persians. So they are hostile to us, even though it says friendly. Attacking them will not cause any grievances between our factions, because our factions are already at war. And I believe that if we are successful with this fight, then there is a pretty high likelihood that we'll secure that eagle. This could be the cruiser that we're looking for. I'm very confident that we can take on this fight. I see that they have the new phase ship. I have not fought that phase ship before, but I feel like a cruiser phase ship that is not a Doom is not a particular threat. So let's go ahead and move into engage. Of these ships, the only one that I don't know about is that phase ship, but Enforcer should be pretty easy to take down. A Hound should also be pretty easy to take down. And then, of course, we know how to fight the Eagle, which is just bully it from every single side and don't let it slip away. So let's see if we can run into this fleet and take a peek at what we're working with. So again, we're going to discount the Hounds. We're not really interested in that. This Enforcer is pretty solidly built. A lot of harpoons, so we do need to pay attention. If any of our ships overload, they are probably dead. as what that means. This is a pretty modest Eagle build, built for long range and kinetic damage. So if we can ignore it for most of the fight while we deal with these other ships, then we should be in a good place. And then the Grendel, it's a low-tech ship. It has a lot of hull. It's outfitted pretty poorly with small ballistics and breach missiles, which we don't really care about. It does have accelerated ammo feed, which is interesting because as soon as it pops into phase space, the accelerated ammo feed is going to die down. Looks like it has room for 5 medium ballistics slots, but it chose not to equip any, which is a blessing for us. So let's go ahead and engage. We'll just keep an eye on the cruiser, but I don't see a reason why it would be particularly dangerous to us. So let's go ahead and move into engage. And I think it makes sense to stay in the hammerhead for this fight, same as always. And let's begin. Now, the perfect counter to a phase ship would be a carrier, but we engaged this fleet before we were able to secure a carrier for our fleet. Either way, I think this fight should go okay. I don't see it being too difficult. We'll assign group 2 to follow the hammer, and then we'll have the Venture follow us. And let's see what targets we can eliminate as quickly as possible. So it looks like the Hound is first up. The Enforcer is over here. We'll give the engage command to group 2, and we'll take on the Hound as well as the Eagle. We're going to need everyone to really put the nail in the coffin of the Eagle, but I think we can at least chip away the Hound and then keep the Eagle busy. Once the Enforcer is down, we'll turn everyone's attention towards the Grendel, I believe it's called, and then we'll end with destroying the Eagle. So let's just get rid of this Hound really quickly. Okay. Okay. Easy vigilance, easy. Okay. Ooh, ouch. Alright, we're gonna have to pay attention over here. Alright. Going so far as to use our vigilance as bait. So we have a bigger issue. I cannot complete this delivery because it requires 930 recreational drugs. And because we lost so many ships, a lot of cargo was thrown overboard, and some of that cargo happened to be the recreational drugs that we were going to trade away. So in order to fix this, we're going to see if there's a nearby bounty. Go ahead, complete it, purchase about 200 drugs to replace the ones that we lost, and then see if we can't complete this trade. If we can't complete the trade, then that is going to be very bad, because at some point randomly we will be ambushed by a mercenary trying to reclaim the losses from the contract that we signed. So, oh boy. All right, let's see what's available to us. It doesn't necessarily have to be a bounty. It can also be a survey, or it can be a inspect. What's it called? Analyze derelict ship. All right, so let's see if there's anything close. Also, it just now dawned on me that I'm playing a large sector and not a small one, or I guess medium. Well, all the missions are at the edge of the world. This would be the closest one, and it's 30 days away. Some distance away from the center. Could they be any further? As far as bounties go, there's that one. We could take this. 68,000 credits should be enough to pay for 200 drugs, and then we should be able to complete this trade. I believe that's the closest. Yes. So let's go fight this really quickly. And you're located near a giant primary star. I'm assuming that's going to be the red giant in the center there. And you're going to be near a barren world. So very, very, very unfortunate. And then as far as our fleet goes, we only have 2 ships. I believe their only ship was a Tartessus? Oh, well, it was a Condor and then a handful of frigates. Let's swing by the Lacetil habitat, pick up a ship. We don't have the credits. All right. Well, we'll just take this fight as is. We'll just take this fight as is then, and then I'm pretty sure we can get by. The only thing that might cause us a little bit of difficulty is the wolf, but so long as we keep the shepherd nearby, we should be fine. And then these Cerberuses shouldn't be too much of an issue. Ugh. What a terrible, terrible turn of events. So we'll swap out the officer for someone a little more qualified. And we'll carry on. The last thing we need, I was gonna say, is to take damage from the storm, so we're trying to be extra careful there. Oh boy. Yeah, I really underestimated the Grendel, so that's something to keep in mind. That ship, it's not necessarily a good ship, but because it has so many armaments, oh boy, we have no supply. This is terrible planning. Because it has, there's a lot of barren worlds. Because it has so many small missiles, or small ballistic slots, when it uses accelerated ammo feed, it can very quickly burst down a target. And that is not something that I anticipated. Oh, I did not realize the combat readiness of this would be so poorly affected. This is it should be fine. I don't have safety overrides on our Shepherd. So we'll just keep it close. It has 4 minutes of peak performance time before it starts to degrade. Yeah. So we'll just move into engage. We'll continue. And we'll just tell it to stick by our side. We'll give ourselves a defend command, and we'll make sure that the shepherd follows it. So you have to play very precisely here. Not much room for mistakes. I believe the best thing to do would be to get rid of the wolf as quickly as possible. Because those skips can get dangerous. And then what we want to do is eliminate all these Cerberuses. Oh, and of course, I don't have Vulcan cannons. I took those off to make room for more, vents. We do have the light machine guns, so we are still somewhat protected as far as PD goes. But we're not in a great spot. Okay. So I'm almost treating this like a derelict fleet. Where we're just taking it a few ships at a time, not really pushing too hard. Being very aware of our flux. Not letting it overload. Okay. Being very annoyed by these broadswords. We want to back up, kind of take them one at a time, let the drones overwhelm the broadswords to provide us some protection. And then we can go ahead and move in to engage. And we should be able to destroy... we should be able to destroy the Condor here. Okay. It is worth getting rid of those, broadswords. So very challenging, but we do get it done. We eliminate all of their ships. Nothing waiting for us, unfortunately. We could spend a story point on a Wayfarer, but that's certainly not worth it. Take through the wreckage here for our spoils. Confirm, continue. We get payout with the Persians. We gain favor with them, which is nice. We get a little bit more supply, a little bit of fuel, and we can head on back. Okay. So, like I was saying, it looks like we can purchase the recreational drugs that we need here. So we'll buy 100. We'll buy another 100. Confirm. Leave the planet and then come back. And then get our credits for that very dangerous mission. So at the end of this episode, our fleet is both ahead and behind. It's ahead in that now logistically we are sound, but it is very far behind from a combat perspective. An opportunity that is presented to us is we could transition over to an exploration fleet, which would normally be freighter heavy because you want to secure a lot of resources and be very light in your explorer costs. But I think for this Let's Play, this series, I'm going to stick to a more combat focused fleet. So in the background, I will restore this fleet. I will secure another hammerhead. And then when I go to purchase the first cruiser, that will be recorded. So I hope you guys enjoyed this fun-filled episode. Other than that, Grumpy out.